Chicago.
Are you trying to go to war with Chicago?
Fake news. When you say that, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why would
I don't
the
go to
Department
war.
of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense. Lunatic just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.
President Trump on that brutal killing in Charlotte, North Carolina, that is igniting outrage. Of course, that was just a short time ago from his remarks at the Religious Liberty event. The silence from the liberal media and Democrats is actually heartbreaking. Don't they care that their soft on crime policies are getting people killed? Now, I want to warn you as I narrate this, it's disturbing. We'll stop at the point right before the murder, but you'll know what's happening. Even the president described this. The shocking surveillance video shows a Ukrainian refugee brutally stabbed to death on a city train last month. There's no way she sees this coming. You see the people on the other side of the train are focused on their phones or looking away. He takes that moment and he kills her. It happened just before 10 p.m. on Friday, August 22nd. 23-year-old Irina Zarutsky got on that train, and minutes later, an alleged homeless ex-convict with more than a dozen arrests stabbed her, killed her. It happened so fast that other passengers really didn't notice until it was too late. And the suspect then walks to the other end of the car, blood dripping both from the knife in his hand and his bloody footprints, and kind of stands and he waits to see if he can get off that train. And then he starts walking around the other members of the people inside that locked car. He's near them. Lord only knows what he could have done. Finally, he got off at the next stop. Police identified 35-year-old DeCarlos Brown as that suspect. He has a lengthy criminal history, are we shocked? Including 14 arrests on charges like armed robbery, assault, and making threats. The city's Democratic mayor is facing backlash for thanking media partners. We're supposed to act independently. Well, they're not journalists, whoever those partners are. And then she thanks community members who have, quote unquote, chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Irina's family.
Mayor V. Lyles is a disgrace to this country, to her city, her whole entire family. It's disgraceful to post something about one of your people in your community has been murdered by some crazy lunatic, and all you're gonna post is something that says thank you for the media, and thank you people for not letting the world know how dangerous our city is and how much we love to defund the police to ensure crime still exists in this community. I've been hearing so many things in the comments about how a lot of these democratic cities, they want to keep promoting crime because the people in political positions are getting money out of crime. Now, if this is the case, then there might need to be a full takeover of the Republican Party in this country. There's way too many radical leftists in this country. I have been saying multiple times on my channel that, if people that want to represent the Democratic Party, they need to lean more towards the center. I don't agree with people on the far left. I don't agree with people on the far right. Now, there's a lot of far right people out there that praise Trump like he's God, and he's not the savior of the universe. He's not going to save everybody. He will pass away one day, just like every single one of us. And somebody else is going to have to take the mantle. Instead of praising a man, we need to start praising good beliefs, value system, morals. This lady, she's done. She needs to be done and de-seated from her position, in my opinion. Condolences to the family and friends of this young lady that got murdered. There's been quite a few times on this channel where I'm having to, say my prayer for those family members that are losing loved ones because of the horrible policies in these certain cities that happen to be blue states, blue cities, led by the Democratic Party. And, a lot of these people that are on the left that are voting Democratic, you guys are condoning and wanting more crime to happen. If you guys do not want crime to happen, you guys need to start appointing a leader that actually makes sense in helping stop crime, lower crime, by enforcing rules and laws of the land so we can get these criminals off the street and into prison or sentenced to death.
This is more than heartbreaking. It's disgusting. And we want more of that footage. We don't own it. But as you can tell, I've watched it all. It's about 8 minutes long. And what's in that video, we do need to see. We do need to know.
I've watched the full video as well. It is disturbing. And that suspect arrested 14 times, horrific. But there's more to this story that keeps happening. First off, the mayor saying that we need more police. You don't need more police. You need to keep a person in jail that was arrested 14 times. Why was this person free? Number one, that's a failure, I think, on the mayor herself. The other thing, too, is I found GoFundMes were actually created for the suspect. To raise money for him. And then get this on a couple of the pages. They've been pulled down, thank God. One of the fundraisers. While what happened was a tragedy, we mustn't lose sight of the fact that DeCarlos Brown Jr. was failed categorically by the judicial system and the mental health services. He's not entirely to blame. Another said, let's fight against the racism and bias against our people in the fundraiser for this suspect. It just shows the worst of humanity, this whole story. And the disregard for her family.
Jeremy, that is so patently offensive. Our people? Our people? You mean fellow killers? I mean, are they invoking race into this whole thing? Yeah. He got up, took something out of his pocket, and killed somebody. On camera. Probably didn't realize it was all caught on camera.
Yeah, I mean, it is so disturbing, the footage. And what's really disturbing to me is you have a leader of a major city, Charlotte, which I spent a lot of time in Charlotte. I have a lot of friends that live there with young kids. A lot of people living in fear now, wondering, can I get on the train safely? And her knee-jerk reaction is to say, well, thank you for just not spreading this video any farther. We don't want anybody else to see this. Whereas when you see all sorts of, usually when you have situations involving police, shooting someone unarmed. Well, there's, release the video as far and wide as it can go. Make sure we send this video out and everyone can see. And there's all this outrage. But here, we see this, especially on the legacy media's part, we don't really want to talk about this.
Why? Why do you think that is?
It doesn't fit their predetermined narrative. They have a predetermined narrative about what they want to say about the United States, and they don't want, watch this, Republicans to get a win out of this. So they think politics. They don't want, President Trump cracking down on crime. They don't want anything to fuel what all of us know to be true about crime. And to me, it's sad that you have people, you could watch a video that gruesome, and your reaction is, we don't want the Republicans to get a win. I mean, it's disturbing and very frustrating for all.
We've seen liberals, though, ask for more of it. Look at Daniel Penny. He was locked in a subway car with a man who was losing his mind and threatening people around, and he moved to protect the citizens around him.
I have actually seen the whole video as well, or most of the video, I should say, of this murder, unfortunately, and I can say that I am also disappointed in everybody else on that train. After he committed that murder, he was walking around, blood in his hands, blood dripping everywhere. And everybody was just on the train, holding on, like, oh, let's wait till our next stop. We're almost on our next stop. And you just witnessed a murder, like, a few feet away from you. And the murderer is, like, passing by you. And you're just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry, it aggravates me, because it aggravates me that there are not enough good people in this world to step up and do something. If you have 10 people in a room and one person kills somebody, the other people are just gonna sit there and do nothing. Everybody should be jumping on him, throwing his ass on the ground, restraining him with whatever you have. Take your belt off and restrain his. Take your shoelaces off, restrain him. Everybody's scared. Everybody's afraid. What if that was your loved one that got murdered and you're sitting on the train with them? You're just gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, my family member just got murdered right next to me. Well, wait till my next stop. We'll call the police. And no, you're gonna fucking do something. You're gonna be pissed. Emotions, adrenaline is gonna get high. Instead, everybody runs. And, it sucks because not everybody has the willpower and the strength to fight that fear in their mind that says, you know what, I'm gonna try to take this guy down to prevent him to murder somebody else, possibly me. I could be risking my own life trying to stop him. Are we really gonna live in a society where we're just gonna start walking around and we witness a murder and we're just not gonna do anything about it? Is that the type of society we're trying to live in? Now, some of you out there may be like, oh my God, Lorenzo, you're saying some harsh things. I mean, you know, everybody's probably scared. They don't want to get involved. Sometimes being scared is the moment to act. And some type of heroism comes out of you and you save the day and you don't even realize it. Things happen so fast when it comes to things like this and situations like this. And another thing I wanted to speak on is, you know, people out there on buses, trains, walking down the street, walking anywhere, doing anything. You're on your phone, distracted, walking around doing these things, and something around, you're losing your awareness. People are losing their awareness in this country because of their cell phones. Now, I am not trying to mock this murder by saying that the lady should have stayed off her phone, been more aware, and maybe she would still survive. I do not, anything can happen. Things happen for a reason in this life. And I understand that. All I'm saying is we need to start encouraging people to be more aware of what's going on around them anywhere they go, traveling, especially at night. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. If you like this content, please subscribe. If you guys don't like the content, leave it in the comments, and I'll try to get better at whatever needs to be done to make these videos a little bit better for your viewing. Until next time, peace out, everybody.